All right, so welcome back to Friendly Fire Mornings here on KGRG. So it's top of the hour at 8 o'clock, and that means it's time for...
Headlines?
Headlines. Okay, there we go. I actually pushed the button hard enough this time.
Oh, good.
All right, so you want to lead off with headlines?
Oh, sure, why not?
All right, go ahead.
Putin will start second term whenever he decides his first term is up.
The progress of our society is being halted by people who don't put shopping carts away after each use.
Aging Peyton Manning now forced to take the field with an assistance dog.
U.S. Department of Health says smoking will kill you, bacon will kill you, but smoking bacon will cure it.
A new study finds that a box is still the world's most popular container. It took a study. Speaking of which, we'll talk about more studies coming up with the Extra 8 at 8 in just a few moments.
Yeah. Other headlines, Syrian refugees fleeing back to Syria after being offered refuge in Baltimore.
Oh my.
All right, so yeah, now it's time for the Extra 8 at 8, and what we'd like to do here is
funkiness.
We'd like to come up with some kind of a theme for the Extra 8 at 8, and you picked probably one of the most unusual that I think we've ever seen.
Possibly. You can check out our Facebook page. That's Friendly Fire Mornings. It is not up on the Twitter because it's too many words and too many pictures to go up on the Twitter. However, we'll figure out a better way to do it soon.
We'll figure something out.
Until then, I decided
But that's a juicy photo up there, by the way.
Oh, yeah. The starting photo is pretty sexy, so you might want to check that out. It's that once again, it's Friendly Fire Mornings at Facebook.com. Give us a like, share our post if you feel so inclined. Yeah. Anyways, this is the top 8 strangest experiments of the modern world.
Awesome. All right, so we've compiled this list. Do you have our cute little audio?
I do.
You have it somewhere in that giant, enormous computer?
I don't appreciate you calling it the cute little audio, okay? It just kind of makes it feel, less...
Our extra awesome audio!
Thank you, I appreciate that. That is way better than that. Anyways, here it is.
It's now time for the Extra 8 at 8.
8.
So starting at the bottom of the list, or the top, whatever you consider 8 to be, number 8 on the Extra 8 at 8, most unnecessary experiments of the modern world, and actually kind of the older world. There's one from 1964. Anyways, according to a 2007 University of New Mexico study, of course they're doing this in New Mexico. They have nothing...
They have nothing else to do.
Strippers earn nearly double when ovulating than when they're on their period.
Well, this one actually kind of makes sense because when they're ovulating, they're more apt to be more interactive with their male customers.
And also those pheromones they're letting off. Actually, I have no idea if it has anything to do with that because they have so much body spray on right now.
There is a direct correlation. There is a direct link between how sexy a woman smells and how fast a man pulls money out of his wallet.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, what about how sexy a man smells and how fast a woman will pull something out of her pocket?
Grrr. Don't tease me. All right, number 7 on the Extra 8, the University of Barcelona. They have some scientists over there. Barcelona is in Spain, last time I checked, and they have concluded that rats can tell the difference between when somebody is speaking Japanese and when somebody is speaking Dutch.
Oh, that's actually pretty interesting. But what did they figure anything else out?
Yeah, but the rats can't tell the difference when the languages are being spoken backwards.
Well, that's interesting. Neither can I. They both sound Japanese when they're spoken backwards. What? Oh, snap! I went there.
Yeah, you get that one. But so yeah, rats can tell the difference between somebody speaking Japanese and somebody speaking Dutch, but of course they can't figure it out when they're being spoken backwards, and that just means that rats are really no different from people.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, they concluded that rats are people too.
Yeah, rats are people too. All right, moving on to number 6.
My favorite number is 6.
Gee, that sounds boring, Bert.
Yay! All right, so number 6, it's a study in 1962 when Warren Thomas injected Tusko, the elephant, with 297 milligrams of LSD.
Good God.
That's 1,000 times more than humans normally take when they're getting super duper high on LSD.
Yeah.
To test if he wanted to test the effects on how much this.
He wanted to get an elephant geeked.
Oh, yeah.
That's really what he wanted to do.
He figured, well, elephants weigh 1,000 times more than humans do.
They can handle it.
I guess that's kind of accurate. Well, anyways, Tusko died within 2 hours.
No way.
So, good job, Warren Thomas. I feel like you should also win an award, but I think it's too late for that.
No.
No Nobel Peace for him?
Well, I mean, we may give him an honorable mention in the Fire Away Awards.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Maybe you'll still win an award for the study. Dummy! Oh, my goodness. Let's move to number 5.
All right, number 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is number 5.
Number 5.
All right, so you guys probably remember Biosphere 2, and no, we're not talking about the Pauly Shore movie.
No,
it was an actual artificial 100% enclosed ecosystem, and it was specifically built to test, how we could colonize space. Let's see, how much was spent on this thing? Like $200 million.
Holy moly!
And it ended in mutiny after being kicked out with a restraining order. The crew actually snuck back into the biosphere in the middle of the night and opened an outside door. So basically, the crew was fighting indoors to the point where they couldn't continue the experiment, and so they booted him out of there, and then they snuck back in to just kind of do some revenge door opening.
Oh my goodness!
And to expose the biosphere to our actual biosphere.
Yeah, and then automatically the entire experiment fails as soon as it has an opening to the outside, because then that means, well,
everything's contaminated.
Yeah, exactly. It's contaminated by the real atmosphere. So,
well,
good job, crew, wasting $200 million on our biosphere. Hopefully we can reuse some of that stuff for a new experiment.
Yeah.
Let's move to number 5.
Number 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
4. The number is 4.
Yeah, see, that guy knows. He knows what number we're on.
Yeah, he does.
He's paying attention, unlike me. Anyways, number 4. Scientists in China observe fruit bats giving BJs.
No way.
The conclusion? The act prolongs fruit bat sex.
You're kidding.
Woo! Oh, spending millions on scientific research has never been more fun than watching fruit bat porn.
Hey, at least at least China's spending their own money to do this. It's not like American taxpayers are funding, fruit bats, going, doing sensual things to each other.
Why do they need to do this? Did they think they would learn something?
Well,
that's what I'm gonna just.
They learned that fruit bats do this.
That's gonna be my conclusion. My conclusion is that they were trying to see if fruit bats maybe had a better technique than humans.
No way. No way. No way is that ever a thing. No way. I can't accept it.
Sorry, fruit bats do it better than us. Just like they fly better than us.
Well, yeah, they do that better than us.
I guess they do 2 things better than us.
But they're cheating.
They are cheating. Yeah. Darn you.
Let's go on to number 3 now.
Number 3.
3 is a magic number. It's a magic number.
I love how sultry his voice sounds when singing that.
Yeah, me too. That's probably why we put it in there, because we're schoolhouse rock nerds.
Heck yeah, we are.
Number
School
3
and
on
rock
the extra.
is 2 of our favorite things.
Number 3 on the extra 8 at 8. Again, these are the weirdest and most unnecessary experiments of the modern world. Congress pulled the plug on the superconducting super collider particle accelerator.
Oh boy, that's a mouthful.
Well, yeah, it is. It's a superconducting super collider.
Superconducting super collider.
And what it is, it's a particle accelerator. So what they do is they smash protons and neutrons, neutrons together.
I'm gonna smash
at
protons. That's my pickup line.
Smash
I want to
protons and
smash my
neutrons.
proton against your neutron, baby.
Well, by doing this at high speeds and at very extreme temperatures, they can actually recreate the Big Bang in a laboratory setting.
Yes, they can. In fact, you know what? You can do this with a smaller size collider, but you can actually turn lead into gold.
Yeah, you really can. If you're a wizard in Skyrim.
Well, yeah, if you're a wizard in Skyrim, but also, you take pieces of lead because lead's a more complex metal, and then you take some, stuff off of it, and then it becomes gold.
Boom, it becomes gold.
I mean, it's a little more complicated than that, but just remembering back to chemistry class, I do remember us talking about turning lead into gold, so it is possible.
Yeah.
It just costs way more than the gold is worth, so.
Yeah, rendering it a moot point. But anyway, Congress pulled that plug on the superconducting super collider after spending $2 billion in digging over 13 miles of tunnel for it. They built they cleared the land and built the lab, but, they never built the thing.
Now, I think Japan actually has a superconducting super collider.
They also have one at CERN in Switzerland.
Oh, they do? Of course they do.
Yeah, because the Swiss, it's nice when you're able to afford stuff like, super colliders and, chocolate and make, really nice watches when you don't have to pay for stuff like a national defense.
See, you know what? We should use those 13 miles of tunnel to make an ultra-conducting super collider.
That will only be made in America.
Only in America. It's supersized, sucker! We can make a super Big Bang. It's going to be awesome.
Number 2.
Anyways, I'm so glad we wasted $2 billion of our taxpayer, and probably college money.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on to number 2.
Number 2.
What the deuce?
Holy moly. It's echoey in here, isn't it?
No, we
I
just
like what you did.
We just put something else extra into Stewie Griffin.
Oh, you always surprise me, Ben.
Yeah.
After crunching the hard data from 30 trials, now keep that in mind, it took them 30 trials.
30 tries.
A New Zealand study proved that wearing socks over your shoes reduces the chances of slipping on ice.
Wait, stop the show. They were actually studying wearing socks over your shoes, not wearing shoes over your socks.
It took, wearing socks over their shoes.
What are they doing over there in New Zealand?
30 trials to figure this out. Well, apparently filming new Lord of the Rings movies, maybe, was what they were doing. Crunching hard data from 30 trials. Why? Okay, you know what? I want to know how much money they spent on this.
Well,
I want to go back in time, and I want to do this experiment. It's going to take me 0 trials, and 0 crunching hard data. I will just use common sense.
You know what? I played amateur hockey for 8 years, okay? And I can tell you that even when you're wearing hockey skates, you still have a chance of slipping on ice.
Yeah, of course.
I have seen many a coach or a trainer or, a parent slip on ice.
Yeah,
okay.
You're going to slip on ice, but this wearing socks over your shoes reduces your chance. It's like wearing cleats, spiked shoes on the ice isn't going to completely reduce your chances or completely eliminate your chances of slipping. It'll just reduce them. Basically, anything you do is going to reduce your chances of slipping on ice unless you wear 0 grip shoes. So.
Hey, you can reduce your risk of having a social life if you never leave your room.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
I studied that. Let's go on the list to number 1. This is our extra 8 for you today, and these are the most unnecessary experiments of the modern world, and we're going to number 1.
Number 1.
You are my number 1. Yes, you are my number 1.
I did some major harmonizing right there.
Yeah, you actually did. In 1964, a graduate student cut down a tree in Nevada just to determine its age. It turns out it was the oldest non-clonal organism ever recorded. It was 4,862 years old.
Holy moly.
Whoopsie!
I guess that's pretty cool, though. I killed the oldest non-living organism on the planet.
Well, no. I mean, it was living right up until the point he lopped it down.
I know. Well, good job ruining, the oldest thing on the planet, but...
Yeah, and he probably failed that project too.
He probably did.
Yeah, and that's your Extra 8 for Monday, November 23rd. Remember, the list is up on our Friendly Fire Mornings Facebook page. We're going to try to post it at Twitter as soon as possible. Remember, you can follow us on Twitter. We're at FF Mornings.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, you can also text the show
Best
if you want to challenge something that we say on the air and you just want to get your 2 cents in. You can text the show. Our antisocial text line is 253-693-8323. So that was actually a pretty fun list, Nathan.
Did you expect anything less from me?
No, of course. I mean, you are basking in your awesomeness.
Well, thank you.
Your aura of awesome.
See, I actually need constant compliments. Otherwise, I'll just shut down. I run like if I was a car, I would run on compliments.
Hey, you know what? You are a radio machine, baby. And you run on props.
You are.
All right. This is the Technicolors with Tonight You Are Mine. Friendly Fire. We'll take a break. We will be right back after.